standing underneath the lights.
So welcome to my experiment. Here's what I'm trying to do. I'm experimenting with two different things. I want to do a little practice doing a double Dutch bloom, which I saw on a channel called Lil K Artistry. I'll put a link to her channel in the description. And I want to do it a little differently than she does because I want to experiment with a different look and see. The way that she does it is she lays down her colors like a Dutch bloom, and then she blows out her petals, and then she continues to blow out a second set of petals kind of on off-centered to the first set. I'm actually going to double layer mine with two sets of colors. Blow out the first one, layer another set of colors in the middle, and then still do a similar kind of offset blowing. This is what I'm going to try. This is an experiment. This video is not like the, hey, here's how you do it. This is literally me experimenting. And the other thing I'm experimenting with is I am going to use pearl green as my base, which is why I have this little black round. So this little black round is, I cannot remember what the name of this product is. It's some materials I had with me from my last job where I worked at a cabinet shop, and we had lots of scraps, and I always took home scraps to practice with. This is it has a name actually. Oh, I remember. It's called Valchromat. Basically, all it is another engineered substance, sort of like MDF. But this is completely black from bottom to top. So rather than getting a canvas and painting it black, I was like, oh, I have this little thing. Let's use it for this tester because I don't know how any of this is going to work out. And the idea to put the pearl green on the black Valchromat came from a video I watched Mina Villegas do not too long ago, where she took pearl yellow and she used it as her base coat on a canvas she had pre-painted black. So I kind of want to see what, and she got this cool, so she used the pearl yellow on a black painted canvas, and she got this cool kind of, I mean, the best as I could tell from my camera. So like I'm watching it on my phone, which is going to be different from everybody else's phone. But what it looked to me like was almost this, like, almost a gray, but nicer than just a gray. It was like a gray, like you could see the dimension. You got this overall sense of this gray color, but it was, you could almost see the dimension of the two layers, the darker layer and the lighter layer. So because the pearl paints are transparent, because I'm watching the video, and in the beginning of the video I'm like, how's that going to work? You're covering the whole thing. I thought the black was supposed to be in the same eye view as the pearl to give, that's the illusion, but no. Then I ran to my paints and I was like, wait a minute, are these all transparent? Sure enough, they're all transparent. So that's why you see some of the black behind it. So because she did that, I want to now do this, because I was going to test out this Dutch bloom on this little leftover scrap of thing. I'm like, well, it's black, so let's do a pearl base. So let's get started to see how this goes. So my first layer of color is going to be a layer of blue. So I'm going to use 2 blues and some of the pearl green around, and then gold in the center. All right. There we go. Okay. So that blue, that is Amsterdam Sky Blue Light. And this one is Pearl Turquoise by Arteza. Then I'm just going to give a little bit of this around. And I'm going to use Deep Gold by Amsterdam. Okay, so that's my first layer of colors in my flower. Here we go. I'm going to do low. Wow. I am out of practice. So out of practice. All right. The next layer, even though that was the worst petal blowing ever, but we're just going to keep going because I want to see how it's going to dry, especially with that base. So this is Dusty Rose, Deco Art Rose Quartz. And this one is Liquitex Basics Magenta. And obviously I'm not going to put anything around the edge on this one because we have the prior thing. And I'm going to put a little bit of the gold again. Okay. Ooh. That Deco Art paint looks awful funny. I don't know if it's just not going bad or what, or if that's just because it's the metallic. Alright, we're going to do this on low again. No, this is not working. This is so bad. This is so bad. Well, this is awful terrible. Here's what I think I'm going to do. I got an idea. So the practice on the bloom didn't go well. And I think partially is it's too small for me to get the negative space that I want for the other test, which is to see how the green is going to work. So I'm going to do something different with that for the green. We're going to do a different thing that will help us test what that green base is going to look like on this black thing. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Take some of these same colors, and my thought is open cup. Of course, again, too small for any of the cups I have. But what I do have is a small funnel. So, to try to get some negative space, I'm going to try to just do my open cup funnel. It's called a funnel because that's what it is. I'll do it sort of down here and try not to put too much paint in. So oh man, I probably shouldn't have this on a spinner. It's turning a lot. It's moving a lot. All right, so that's cool, and we'll see how the base dries to give us the answer that, you know, to see what color I get out of the green pearl base. It's kind of hard too because now, again, because this is transparent, because the green pearl base is transparent, I'm getting a lot of other colors because I scraped up this off. I probably should have wiped it with towels. But that's okay. Okay. So, you know, the base isn't sticking very well to the side. It's most likely going to need to be on the negative space sides that I'm just going to need to touch it up dry. And honestly, I don't know how that is going to look, but so this is cool. I'm going to move this off, and I'm going to continue on with trying my double bloom. I just think I need to do it on a bigger, I have a few bigger old canvases that I can reuse, so I'm going to try it on there. So thanks for watching. Come back and paint with me again. So this is nearly dry, and you can see I'm trying to get the light just right. It's really kind of reading some green, for sure on the background, but it's almost like a mixed base background because in some areas it's just picking up more of the black underneath, and in some areas it's giving you more green. I think there were some other paint colors underneath there because when I scraped it off I didn't get them all, but this came out really cool, and I think that base worked. If you look at the sides, you know, you can definitely see green. Obviously I'm gonna have to touch those up heavily. This little guy is small enough, or is small but big enough to use as a trivet, so when it's fully dry I will probably resin it. Let me try turning on the light and see if it makes a difference. Hold on. Well, it's just more bright, but it doesn't really change the camera view. But I don't know, this is cool. It's got something. I think it could definitely use this pearl base on a black background in some paintings and get some really fantastic results. So that's probably what I'll be doing next. All right. Thanks for watching. Come back and paint with me again.